What a day! Ladies and gentlemen, viewers around the world, straight out of Ngaruawahia via Titahi Bay, here's maurieos. Hello, hello! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi 3.5. How's your day been? My day's been tiring, chilly, packed. Yeah, what a day. So my day started up at 6, off into the hospital for an infusion of IVIG. More about that a little later in the Meade Report. And after the infusion, text my wife and we met at the Blissful Vegan for yet another vegetable lunch. Numbers were down today due to the chilly nature of the weather, I believe, but we had a wonderful time. Great company, great people, great food. And from there we went our separate ways as we each had arrived in our own vehicle. I went down to Bunnings for a bit of retail therapy. I knew I needed to buy a hose connection and I bought that little blue one just on my shoulder there. However, I found out it was the wrong one. I want the female one, not the male one, to connect my wife's favourite hose to the tap. Considering that I broke her last favourite hose when I used it with the pressure washer, we now have, as a couple, we have separate hoses. So each has their own hose that they use for their different activities. Well, we will do once I get these connections sorted. So while I didn't get the correct connection today, more therapy tomorrow when I go to Mitre 10 to get another, perhaps a correct connection. So, but while I was wandering around Bunnings, I found the Ozito 1000 milliliter fuel mixing bottle. That's 1 litre, 1000 millilitres. I've been looking for something like this for quite some time, so I was quite pleased to find them. You're able to pour the oil in the black cap at the required ratio and the petrol in the yellow cap up to 1 litre, and then the two mix together to form the two-stroke mixture of your requirements. 1 to 40 for my still whippersnapper in one bottle and 1 to 25 for my chainsaw in the other. I also managed to buy a very cheap nozzle for the end of my hose, $4.80 something. And, well, I could have spent $40 or $50, but for the platinum one, but well, that was the brand name. I don't think it was made of platinum. And then the CRC special with the Noxy. I decided I needed something like the CRC. I've since come home, loosened up 5 pairs of pliers, a car jack, numerous other bits and pieces. Things in my garage are starting to work. I don't know what I'm going to do with the spare time that I'll have, not having to do this. Marvellous invention. Well, good idea of mine to buy it anyway. And a little measuring jug there, so that when I do the weed sprays and weed killers, I don't use the one out of the kitchen. And yes, I think that covers it all. Oh, and the big green Bunnings bag. So impressed with that. I thought I'd use it at the supermarket. I can maybe get away with less bags. It's a bigger bag. It's a bigger bag. It's wider, higher, taller. It'll probably totally bamboozle the system at the supermarket. But anyway, time will tell. So, the Meade Report. Well, 2 weeks ago when I left after my last infusion, I was concerned that they were going to close down on the weekends for good. No more on Sundays. No more Sundays. Never on a Sunday. Then last Sunday I heard that they were going to close down every second Sunday. But now they have totally capitulated and they're just going to carry on as usual. What a wonderful decision the Waikato District Health Board made there, and I applaud them for the guts to change their minds rather than, to listen to what the people want and provide it. So well done. Thank you very much. Thanks to the wonderful staff at the centre and my supporters who have written in on my behalf and generally rallied around and made this happen. Thanks in particular to Tartan Snowflake, who complained on my behalf. What a wonderful gesture. Thank you very much. And they've actually hired new staff to keep it open on the weekend. Interestingly enough, they have hired an agency nurse who was a pupil at the college I used to teach at in the 90s. I taught her sister and her brother-in-law, and so we've had some good little catch-up chats about things around how they're going in Huntly and what have you. So marvellous stuff. I'm looking forward to further things. It just adds to the currency and character of the Meade Daycare Centre. All good. So, crisis averted until the next one. I'm off to see my neurologist on Tuesday. Hopefully that'll go well, and we'll be able to have a steady as she goes right through to the end of 2019 and into 2020. One would hope. Although the District Health Board is going through some time, so the board itself has been fired and a commissioner is in place. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. So in terms of the diary, of course, we came home and did a little bit of work on the great Fijoa taming, and I managed to pull out 2 waratahs or star posts or T-poles or whatever you want to call them, with an old style car jack and a bit of 4x2 and a couple of tech screws. So that's underway. I might make a video of that, I'm not too sure. 4,795 steps, trip around Bunning and a bit of outdoor activity and in and out of the hospital. Not bad at all. Therapy, question today, where, what, who is the who is done after 4 hints, and we're into a where for where, what, who. Very colourful where. And as I said, a shout out to the staff at the Meade Centre who've been marvellous throughout the Meade crisis of 2019. All good, and an infusion. So, yes, a day full of stuff. So, here we go. Here's a challenge for you. Tapophobia. The fear of, well, one of those 4. If you know the answer, put it in the comments below the video. Perhaps you don't know the answer. You could Google it and look it up and then put the answer in the comments below the video. But whichever way you go about it, the only way you're going to get on to the Hall of Fame is to put the answer in the comments below the video. Okay, and yesterday's Hall of Fame, Tartan Snowflake came through. She said she looked it up. Eagle versus Shark, the Taika Waititi film set in my hometown, Titahi Bay, starring Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Conchords fame. And, well, just all round so much to relate to as a Kiwi. So well done, Tartan Snowflake. And thanks to everybody who's watched my videos, liked and subscribed and commented. I appreciate your marvellous support of my vlog, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Cheers! See you!
That's all, folks.
This has been a maureo presentation, recorded live in our studio at Ngaruawahia, capital of the Waikato District, a district towards the top of the North Island of Aotearoa, New Zealand, the land of the long white cloud, that little country at the bottom of the globe, the place where Kiwis live. Give them a taste of Kiwi. Show 'em you're made of steel. Give 'em a taste of Kiwi. Show 'em the way you feel. Give 'em a taste. Give 'em a taste of kiwi.